Boom, baby, we're live. What is up, everybody? It's me, MLD. Welcome to Interview with the Man, my live stream show here on YouTube. And we're having episode 913. This is how adult content addiction made Larry Wheels beta male. And this episode is not designed to negatively criticize or attack Larry Wheels. But once again, this is just an objective analysis of what exactly has happened to this guy, because I know exactly what happened to him. I could see this. I've been around the block, as you guys know now. And this is all due to his addiction and right here, his lack of game. Remember, if you want to be a man that lives life to the fullest, you want to have money, muscles, game, and most importantly, frame, which people don't realize. Game and frame are actually the most important components of your relationship success in a man. Everybody else, but what do they think? You need money, you need muscles, and you don't need game, you don't need frame. But without game and frame, you can have all the money and all the muscles like Larry Wheels and still end up in a situation where the woman you're married to doesn't respect you. She doesn't truly love you. It's not deep, passionate, genuine, burning desire kind of love. It's more of like a transactional, I'll tolerate this. And this is just a devastating situation to witness, but I could see it with this guy, Mr. Wheels. And again, like I said, this is not me attacking him or trying to tear him down, but because God knows who will send him this video. But what's happening right now, what needs to be discussed and broken down in today's episode, which we will do, is the dangers of why, if you get involved with this kind of smut, right? This adult content, it's not going to be ending for you well. So we're going to jump right into that. Sit tight and we'll start right now.
Connection established.
Make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. It starts with learning dating, and then you move on to something else to push humanity forward. That is the philosophy of modern life dating.
I am teaching you how to be strong. I am teaching you how to be powerful. So when bad things happen to you, you don't quit. Okay, because you don't know how. Because you don't know.
No, if I'm not going to explain to myself.
In normal conversation where people aren't sitting around and patronizing you because you're loud and obnoxious, and a lot of people don't want to confront you and tell you that. But I'll tell you that right now, young lady. You're very loud and obnoxious and you're rude.
You wanted to blow it up and make me seem like something I'm not, and I didn't appreciate that. But that's okay. You can do what you want to do for your content.
Oh boy, somebody's triggered.
And
She's triggered.
No, Adam sent me a clip.
You should want a woman that you can build with.
She can build me a sandwich.
My man,
it's common sense in every other country in the world, but here you got to get out of Venn diagram and be like, hey, don't post half-naked photos of yourself because you're gonna attract predators. We're unzipped. This may come off. Who knows? But guys, is anybody in Florida? So I'm in Florida, and I woke up this morning, and it was like a Arctic tundra outside. Did anybody else wake up to a gigantic cold front? Because I don't check the weather, because I just never care about it. You know, just look outside or trust how I feel. But WTF, mate? Is anybody else wake up with like a friggin' Arctic tundra situation going on here, or is that just me? Let me know, because holy cow, I woke up this morning and it was freezing cold. It was like giga freezing cold, and I couldn't even just no, man, just yikes. Anyways, guys, welcome. It's good to be back. Okay. Here, let's put this here. I changed my name to right there. Prawn free MLD. I can't talk freely yet until we gotta wait for like a couple of the minutes to go by. Then we can actually talk about this word. But this dirty word here is why Larry Wheels is the man that he is. And it's devastating, because this is seriously a gigantic problem in our modern times. And this is the number one thing that is, in my opinion, ruining America, young men in general. It doesn't even need to be age, truly has nothing to do with it. And we're going to break it down and go right into it real quick. So yesterday, tremendous comeback episode, tremendous analytics. I couldn't even believe that we got that many views and likes after a 4-month break. I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you guys so much. Really, thank you. So you guys are just amazing. I can't even believe it, man. I can't even, like, when I just sit back and think about everything that this has become. You know, it's just crazy. And so I can't even like wrap my head around it. But like this like fundamentally has changed. Like, not even talking about like, yeah, I'm selfishly talking about how it's changed my life, right? But I want it to, like, I also realize like how much it has changed your lives as well. Watching, it's changed our lives together, right? And by the way, join the Hot Dude Army right here. Go the MLD free community. It's the Hot Dude Army. I officially renamed it. Join the Hot Dude Army. Join the MLD Hot Dude Army. Free Telegram chat. I say hi to everybody in there, and we kind of keep it going on in there. I like to keep in touch with all of you. Akash Singh says, I love you, MLD. I love you, Akash Singh. So appreciate you. Guys, like, yeah, man, just crazy, bros. Like giga crazy. I can't even believe everything that this has become. I got so much love and pouring out of affection yesterday too. On top of that, you guys are just amazing people. I literally just wanted to take a moment and tell you guys that you guys are so awesome. You're so amazing. And, you know, I still just can't even believe I'm privileged to do this. And, you know, again, I'm incredibly just blessed, bro, because of people like you. And you know what, can I talk freely a little bit? You know, I've been seeing some stuff lately, like, you know, in the whole, you know, like manosphere, men's self-improvement, all that spot, you know, all that stuff. And, you know, I'm seeing all these people fighting and infighting. Like, I'm seeing like Sneeko fight with Andrew Tate, and I'm just seeing like all these people infighting. And it's just like, what are we even doing here? Like, I don't get it. Aren't we supposed to be helping men? Right? Aren't we supposed to be like lifting each other up? Like, what are we even doing here? Why are we watching Clavicular? Like, that stuff too cracks me up. The clavicular stuff is so funny because everybody thinks like, oh, clavicular has all these girls because he's so good looking. Like they don't even stop to think. Like you do realize he has a security guard and a camera man and like posse following him everywhere. You know, like you don't think that has anything to do with it. So, anyways, all I know, and that is as a man, the most important part of your life is your ability to acquire women for dates and sleeping with them and stuff like that, right? If you can't if you can't do that, it's a big problem in your life, right? I think we can all agree to that because that's like what we're here to do. We're supposed to like procreate, have offspring, and pass away. And if you aren't, fulfilling your primary objective, that's why people are miserable. And I don't think gentlemen in this, I don't know, maybe I'm just trying to wrap my head around. I just think as people are just like, they can't stop and sit and comprehend for a second to realize how important this is to be able to secure a woman and keep her too. Cause that's another thing. Cause a lot of guys, they can get girls too, but then later they find out like, oh, the guy's a loser. He has no plan in his life. He has none of these things going for him. And that right there is like really a big problem too. Cause these chicks, like they want a man with a plan. You know what I mean? And you have to have a plan if you plan to be successful in life. Like, cause if not, then you're just like every other guy. And if you're every other guy, then you don't stand out. If you don't stand out, how are you going to get chosen? Right? You got to play the game right. You got to play it smart, and you got to fucking, you got to understand, man. If you don't fix your dating life as a man, like you are so Gigatron cooked, it's not even funny. Like you are just beyond cooked. You're beyond cooked. Like it's just crazy, bro. Let me see. There's a small amount of what you would call all pre-creators. FNF is not one of them anymore. Not hate directing, but them. Yeah. There's a small amount what you call. Yeah. But anyways, so I've also been thinking about what I want to do with the show structure. I literally need you guys to tell me in the chat right now, and I need you guys to tell me in the comments. And super important, if you're watching a replay right now, I really need you to comment, join the Telegram, join the Hot Toon Army Telegram right here, and tell me, do you guys actually like comment review? Like, is comment review fun for you? Because I realize too, I won't be able to do comment review forever, because when the channel starts, because now I'm back in the game, and I'm going to be basically live streaming 5-6 days a week until the end of the year. Like, eventually I'm not gonna have time to like read 100 comments at the beginning of every episode. But right now, especially because I did the comeback episode yesterday, and a lot of you guys like reached out to me and sent super chats and everything, so I do want to shout you guys out. I love doing comment review, but I also realize it's not like feasible to continue doing at this rate. Maybe I'll have to choose like top ones. But is this real? Even Coach Greg Adams, Coach 5'4" Greg Adams did a hit piece on FNF. Oh wow. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, are we even surprised that this scamming black guy is like doing anything that's like are we even surprised that this guy's like doing crappy things? This guy's now race grifting on Instagram. He took down my my hit piece that he did on me, which he better, because I'll sue him and he has no money. I'll take all his fat white girls' money from him. But yeah. Oh, he's about to do a hit piece on Myron? Where? On his Instagram or where? These people, bro, they never learn. I mean, but like, once a piece of shit, always a piece of shit, right? But hey, at the end of the day, well, I mean, I think I would be angry piece of shit like him if I was, attached to a fat white girl permanently. Like have to like this big old fat animal fucking, stomping around. Oh, I see it right now. Wow, you guys are on it, man. Yeah. 7-year friendship with Fresh and Fit is over. Here's the story. That is hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. That is just like cracks me up. I mean, I always warned those guys, but hey, we're here now. That is rich though. That is hilariously rich. Yeah, I just find it funny that this guy who claims to be worth $10 million plus is always begging for donations and super chats and everything on for Venmo and stuff. It's like, bro, you are clearly not this guy that you claim to be, and just like, bro, it just cracks me up how people are just so naive and get scammed all the time. Let me see. Saying there's the FBA. What does that mean? Like fucking blind ape? I don't know. What does FBA stand for? He got destroyed by Cuxinian debate and ran away from Attitude 2 and the Ninja Turtles. Hilarious. Yeah. But anyways, let's just go to my favorite part of the show. I love you guys. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be back. Happy alive. Let's go to comment review. We just got some comments right around the corner here too. Okay, so let's go. We got a nice little group here. I want to just feature everybody who supported the episode yesterday, and let's jump right into it, shall we? Bro, you're back. Bilal Xiaomi, bro, you're back. Good as new, like nothing happened. Props to you and staying strong. Water, I got this big old scar on my chest now, Woo, thank you, though. Flo Ryden, thank you for sharing, MLD. I also lost a friend last summer who had gone to Thailand. It was a trip I had encouraged him to take. Now, I spend the rest of my life wondering what I could have done to prevent this tragic outcome. Yeah. There's nothing more to be done. What's done is done. At the beginning of this year, I started my own business, something I was always afraid to do, and I'm working to make hard to make it a success. The wind is rising. We have to try to live. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. W for you. Good work. Good work on that. On starting the business. Green Reaper, about time, bro. Welcome back. Thanks. I was on the brink of death, but I'm glad to be back here on your schedule. Pro special. He has risen. No, that's only Jesus, not me. Okay. I am but a mortal man. Welcome back. This is Base Nukes, Lion Rocket Man. Glad you're back. It's great you're making progress in recovery. Thank you so much, brother. Guitar Kitchen, best witches to a full recovery. CA, you were so missed. Glad you're back. Thanks so much. Still waiting to see a picture from you, my Asian friend. Gold Drop 5. Happy you're okay, brother. Thank you, Pepsi Stamina. The champ is back. Love you. Ralph says, W episode, my part Korean brother. As for Roy, RIP, may you sit in the House of Lords and may your rings enrich heaven. Love you forever, brother. Love you forever. RIP. Yeah, thanks, Roy. God bless you, man. Zach with the hot Mongolian girlfriend. He was one of my successful clients. When we care about passes away, it's normal to get caught up in the what could I have done differently, help this person mentality. From my experience, it's not healthy to get caught up in that mentality because life is random sometimes. And we can't do everything for everyone all the time. RIP Roy, great guy just like you, John. Glad you're back and feeling better. Thank you so much. Kage Shigi, LFG, praises to be to God. Thank you. Franz Wild says, so good to see you back. My Daniel, my favorite Jew. Love you, Jew. My favorite Jew. Brandon C. Baldwin, welcome back, G. If you were in Thailand, you would have had a better experience. I spent 5 days, including New Year's, at Bangkok Hospital Pattaya. Treatment's town is at. Disagree, because if you paid attention, Mr. Baldwin, I had Dr. Sugaya, the guy who did my chest and shoulder, he is literally one of the best surgeons in the world. Check him out. Mighty Zane, hi MLD, welcome back. Will you be returning to Rule Zero? A few of the originals have returned back. Is Rule Zero still going on? I don't know, bro. Rule 0 is like, nah, probably not. Actually, not probably, definitely not. The Incredible people, tell people you fought a shark and won. I will. Factions Lou, finally. AZ Marine, what up? David, he says WMLD, Hot Dude Army Takeover, 22-6 for real. Resurrection Gang, we here. So, what's up, Jason? WMLD says Spaced Out Chris. JCOX, happy to seen you back. We need an investment stream again for sure. Aaron R. U.S. has some of the most advanced medicine in the world. We also have crap food and sedentary lifestyle. Welcome to the Walmart of America. MLD fans are not sedentary. That's true. Miguel the Farmer. Boom, baby. Glad you're back. Christian Marcus says, F yeah. Zig, I hope you find Jesus, brother. I will pray for you. I recommend Jay Dyer if you want hierarchy arguments as to why evolution atheism doesn't make sense. Thank you. I don't think you know I used to be in school to be a pastor there, Ziggy. Happy to see you watching me, Ziggy. Kakashi Senseful. Hey. And then David says, are you taking BPC and other peptides? Yes. They might be helpful for your recovery. They are. There are a lot of clinics in Florida with doctors that can provide peptides for muscle recovery and neurocognitive enhancements. Thanks so much, buddy. Yeah, I'm all peptided up right now. I'm hopped up on peptides. So anyways, let's talk about this. Let's talk about our boy, Larry Wheels. Let's talk about what exactly happened, okay? So, there's been so many different clips and stuff of this going around. I'm just going to show you a couple of things that are have been brought to my attention, okay? So, if you don't know who Larry Wheels is, let's talk about it, okay? Larry Wheels is a professional bodybuilder, powerlifter, young guy, 31 years old, extremely young. 6'1", a monster, jacked, good looking guy. Like I said, he has clout out the wazoo. This guy has so much clout. Take a look real quick here. Just take a look at his, this is one of his many social media profiles. This is him right here. And then, he's kind of been doing all these streams lately. He's been streaming with his wife, and that's his wife right next to him. And the problem that a lot of the people have been talking about with Larry is Larry has come clean and talked about how he has been dealing with a gigantic adult content addiction, right? He was even mentioning to the point that when he went to Dubai, he was, he was spending 5 figures a day, 10K plus sometimes a day on, cam girls, campsites. Okay. And so that being said, it's pretty wild to just see how a guy who literally has the recipe and the formula and the skill set to, quite frankly, have an almost endless supply of women consistently coming to him and liking him and loving him for who he is, right? And, to see him just be like a slave to his emotions, a slave to his ignorance, because he has it all. Okay. You see, all of these things that guys are saying nowadays, you need looks, you need money, you need status just to get girls. You can get girls, but you're not going to get the quality girls that you want. And quite frankly, you're just gambling because you have no filtering mechanism, because you're powerless. You do not have the ability to choose. You know what I mean? You are you're a guy that's hungry for fish, and you have to rely on people giving you fish. You can't go and get your own fish. So that's pretty tough for him. And that's the situation with most guys. You see, if you actually want to learn game, when people say learn game, all it means is learning female psychology. What makes them tick, what do they like, what they don't like, and how to filter through women that are interested in you versus not interested in you. And so the situation with Larry is pretty bad, okay? Because if you look at it too, okay, he was saying that he has, he has an addiction problem with this. And he actually made a video about it. And I want to just talk about it here. This was actually 5 years ago. But I want to just kind of, cover this real quick, because take a look here, because I want you guys, because he actually came clean about this. And so and like I said, he has 5 million followers on Instagram. He has 5 million followers, or 3.3 million followers on YouTube. And so, like, take a look here and listen to the words from his own mouth.
So for about the last 3 years, I have been battling an addiction that has been compromising my future and my relationships. So when you go on adult sites, you may see ads for campsites. Well, sometimes I'd spend an hour or two on an adult site trying to find the perfect video. And then one day I finally caved in and wanted to see what the fuss about these campsites were. Probably the worst decision I've ever made, because I got sucked in slowly but surely. Slowly over time, it started off with, maybe $1 or $2 $10 purchases, tipping them out of $10 here and there. Innocent, nothing huge, nothing significant.
I like how he says innocent too. He's like, I was just innocently looking at women naked on a campsite doing things to their body for money. It's just innocently doing it. It's like when you're so in the thick of doing something so, like, quite frankly, it's very kind of sick to do these, like, to be involved in this kind of stuff, guys. It really is. And women are not like, they don't like guys who are like addicted to porn and stuff like that. They're very turned off about it. Okay. And so keep that in mind, how he's phrasing this.
But after about 3 to 6 months of experimenting and visiting these campsites, I realized myself going on it more and more frequently. And
the reason why, he's going frequently on these campsites, and it's the same way American men are addicted to OF, right? We know OF is. It's because they are seeking not the biological act of ejaculating and coming and all that stuff, but what they are truly seeking is the emotional intimacy, right? It is normal as a man to desire a woman and just want to, like, have a woman and be in a love with her, right? That emotional intimacy, someone to be there for you, to support your dreams. Like I said, I don't even know how the Lord, I really don't even know how I would be able to have gone through all these surgeries if I did not have this girl by my side. I literally have no idea. I would have to be relying on, like, those cold-hearted Korean people and Japanese people. I mean, they just don't care about me as much as a person who loves you does, right? I would have to rely on them to feed me and bathe me and help me get to the bathroom and stuff, which would be even more just terrible, And so he is addicted to these sites, and these guys are addicted to these sites because they are seeking emotional intimacy. Okay. What that means is that they want a companion. They want somebody to be there for them. When I say love, and it's like, some people think it's like, kind of weird, but we all want love. Everybody wants love. I want you guys to love me. You guys know I love you, right? But, like, this is how it, like, starts. And here's the problem. Okay. The reason he's like this is because he does not have the balls to go talk to women, to approach them, and to be confidently himself. a lot of guys who go to the gym and get like really, 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 really jacked, a lot of this is not from a place of health. It's a place of insecurity. It's a place of thinking I'm not good enough, right? He is the typical gym cell. That's what this guy is. Okay. How the hell am I? Okay, guys, I look atrocious right now after my surgery. I look god awful. And I went to a house party in Tokyo, and I went to a bunch of places, and I was still talking to girls, and like beautiful girls, like Italian chick. There was this Russian chick. There was a Korean girl. There's a Japanese girl. And these chicks, I was making them laugh, and I was having a good time. And I'm like, me, I'm not even like, I'm not like this this guy's like ultra rich, right? This guy's ultra rich. He is ultra jacked. He is ultra clout. But again, if you don't have game, you don't have game. If you don't have the ability to get a woman to like you for who you are, because you don't even have the bravery to shoot your shot as a man, now you're Larry Wheels.
Fast forward to the last, I want to say 8 months, every single month, I have been spending any and every last bit of extra money that I have come in monthly on campsites, on online paid porn, on models. And it has not only compromised my relationship, but my future. Luckily, I have a very understanding partner. You guys all know her as Nicole Drinkwater. And I finally had the courage to open up to her about it, because I had no savings. I had nothing for my future, nothing. And even at one point.
And by the way, she left him. She dumped him. Okay. And that's like, and so he's 31 now. So this is 5 years ago. So he was 26 at this time. And you're this guy, you're making a lot of money. Okay. And you are fucking a slave to basically the woman that will like compensate the fact that they feel the ick for you deep down inside by just getting a bunch of money. And his wife talks about this too. Okay. And he needs to go on like a sex binge, like a game driven sex binge. He needs to just go and get it out of your system. He needs to do that, but like not paid. He needs to learn game. He needs to go talk to a bunch of chicks and get this out of his system. Otherwise, you'll see the situation with his current wife now. It's very, very bad. And his wife is, he didn't sign a prenuptial agreement. She doesn't have genuine burning desire for him. I personally believe she will leave him at one point. And she's been very disrespectful and on Kick on his live streams. And she's been flirting with other men like Rampage Jackson in front of him. And Rampage Jackson is an actual guy who has game, who's understanding of things like this. Very, very different from Larry. And so, just very concerning to see. Let's continue.
I was getting into a negative balance. And I had to.
Yeah. If you're getting in a negative balance too, because you're spending it on cam girls, like you're in trouble. You're in deep trouble, bro. You're in deep trouble.
Make excuses as to why I couldn't afford to go out to this nice dinner, or why we couldn't take this trip here, or why I couldn't do this or that. I had to make excuses because I wasn't ready to admit the truth. The truth is that I had been wasting all of my money on this campsite addiction. And I have always been someone who I felt was good with money, in the sense where I didn't spend my money on clothes, on anything materialistic, on cars, on anything that I didn't need. So when this came about, I don't see how it took me so long to realize how bad it got. And when I realized how bad it got, it was a case of every day saying, okay, this is the last time. And that kind of went on for months and months. Now, I came up with a system with Nicole.
And I want to just quickly segue here for a second. So this is guys, these kind of things too, like can't just like TLDR it. Okay. So when you are a person who is, you know, he's clearly struggling with some mental health issues, right? Insecurity, and obviously an extreme addiction to these kind of, you know, pornographic stuff. When you're an unhealthy person as a man, you will attract unhealthy women as well. So I want to show you this Nicole Drinkwater woman as well. Okay. I'm just going to give you a quick little preview of her Instagram. Okay. And just give me a second. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is her Instagram. Okay. So for me, right, the number one thing that jumps out at me is the amount of tattoos a woman has. Okay. I know it may seem like it's normal to like younger guys and people of this generation, but the excessive amount of tattoo, the more a woman has tattoos, the more damaged she is. It's not normal for a woman to decide to go out there and mutilate herself. And quite frankly, this is a form of self-harm as well. And seeing all these things, the more tattoos a person has on them, the more trauma they've been through, most likely. Okay. And I mean, she has a tattoo on her throat, for the love of God. Okay. And she has a tattoo on her spine. She has a tattoo on her arm, on her neck, on her legs. Right. This is not a mentally healthy and stable woman. Okay. And so that being said, I'm not really surprised that he partnered up with her, because she just was, you know, using him. Is this what she used to look like? Thanks to no way. What talk about fall from glory, bro. I was 2 years into living Dubai. Oh, that's all I need to hear. Okay, never mind. Well, we figured that out, you know, because if a chick lives in Dubai, I mean, I'm just saying, it is what it is. But a lot of these chicks live in Dubai. Damn, is this really her? Talk about a fall from glory. What happened to her? She must have got super traumatized. This is like a normal. This is like a normal, attractive chick. She looks amazing there. Like, she's died it down for the show. But that versus, you know, this, no, thank you. Okay. She's just clearly being a jokester there. So she clearly went through something. Probably. I mean, another thing is this too. When these girls move to Dubai, guys, they don't like to say it, but they are selling themselves to men. Okay. Look, I could play this like a fiddle. Okay. So now she has long hair. She's happy. One of the first things is when when a woman starts to go through troubled times, she starts cutting her hair off. So when if you're in a relationship with a woman and she's like out of nowhere cuts her hair short, like you're probably about to be dumped. All right. Or something is seriously going on with her. So then she chops the hair. Okay. I want to see when this myriad. Oh God. I started editing tattoos on my body to see what I look like with this. I wanted to sleep since I was 15. I always wanted to be covered in tattoos. Yikes. Bought a little sucky thing that temporarily makes your lips bigger to see what it looked like with lip filler. Oh, yikes. Oh, boy. It starts with one, kind of like what he was saying, you know, just starts with one tattoo, one little thing, just a little one here, just little one. And then next thing you know, you're covered in them. So there's that. That's the chick he was with. So this is the chick he was talking to that the end relationship did not end up working out, which, you know, kind of not really surprised there.
After opening up with her, where every single morning she goes through all of my bank accounts. She knows where all my money comes in and where all of my money goes. Now, we built up that trust. And
that's another thing. Okay, if you're a grown man and you're relying on a woman to manage your finances, you're not in a relationship. You are a boy being managed by a woman who hates you because you're making her feel like her mom. Okay. If you're a man and you're not in control of your finances, you're not a man. Okay. Like at all. At all, at all, at all, at all. Okay. That's just not the case whatsoever. So that's another red flag right there.
And it has been working. So for the last, I want to say 2 months we had the system in place, I haven't spent any money relating to anything that I was wasting all my money on. So I've made huge progress considering the last 2 years, all of my extra money has been going to these campsites, leaving me with nothing every month. And in the last 6 months in a negative balance. But before the pandemic happened,
a negative balance. Like, are you kidding me? Guys, this is like trauma for me, like growing up poor. Okay. One of the things, I don't talk about this publicly a lot, but one of the things that really pisses me off since I came back to America, why is Chipotle $20? Why am I paying $20 for a double steak burrito bowl and a bag of chips? Why is it $19.33? Why do I remember the exact price? Why does that haunt me? And every day, like literally, this is how crazy I am, guys. When I spend $20 at Chipotle, I like feel guilty. And it's like, I'm a 40-year-old fucking successful man. Why am I feeling guilty about spending $20 at Chipotle? You know? But then I see stuff like this, and he's like going into debt over cam girls. And it's just like, what is going on here? Oh my God.
Is when we had this system in place. So had I kept this up, had we not worked out a solution, I'd be in a very bad place right now. Maybe having to borrow money from a friend or get a loan out. I don't know what I'd be doing, but I'm so grateful to have such an understanding and loving partner.
Who left him?
To help me work through this addiction, because I wouldn't have been able to progress from how I can see it without her. We actually had worked out a really great system. It's still working right now. Haven't spent any money on anything related to that. And I'm proud of myself. And it saved the relationship, because had I kept doing it, of course, there would be no more relationship. So,
and we all know how that ended.
How I came about to opening up about it to her was because I so desperately wanted to overcome it. I realized how much of it has consumed me. And not only while I was active on it, spending money in the moment, but even when I go to the gym and do other activities, I find myself constantly thinking about the next opportunity I would get to spend money. And
the reason he's doing that again is this, okay? When you guys are out here, okay, and when you are, masturbating, when you're watching pornography, right? You're artificially scratching the itch that you have. You are not actually satisfying the desire that you have. And that's why you always need more. Because what it is, it just holds you over, right? But it doesn't satisfy you. And so what happens is, sure, you go look at a little bit of porn. Sure, you look at a little bit of campsites. Sure, you go visit a prostitute, whatever, right? All these things that are you're trying to fill the hole in your heart where a loving, intimate relationship should be with these artificial means. What ends up happening is, first, a little bit of porn is, okay, okay, just got a little bit. Okay, then you're like, next thing you're like, okay, I'll do it again. And then next day you're like, okay, well, fuck, I did it once and I still feel like I need it. So okay, I'm gonna do it twice. Okay, now I'm gonna do it 3 times. Okay, well, watching, blonde lesbians, I'm snitching on myself when I used to watch porn. When I was like really young, I used to watch blonde lesbians all the time. I always watched lesbian porn. I never watched like the fucking guy banging the girl porn. I always thought it was so gay. I was like, I want to see this dude's dick, So I'd always watch the lesbians and be like, yeah, show me those pink nipples, and it's like, and it got to the point, even when I was like 22, 23, like, and it gets to the point, and guys, I've been there, when you're like jerking off like 6 times a day, right? But you're not satisfied. And that's what this situation here with him, he's not satisfied, and no amount of that will fix it, and it gets to the point where, like, you are ruining your life, ruining his financial life for this guy's. You know? So
I was so embarrassed and humiliated to open up to her about this that when I opened up, I had to have her stand behind me because I couldn't bear to look her in the face and tell her where all my money has been going.
So that's another thing here. Okay. So it is humiliating. Okay. And I'm not to shame him. I'm not to like talk. I'm not trying to badmouth him or try to tear him down. It is very embarrassing. It's, you know, the word humiliating is correct. But the thing is, you got to face your problems like a man. You got to look your problems in the eye. If you have problems looking yourself in the eye in the mirror, guys, then you got some work that you got some inner work you got to get sorted out. You know what I mean? And this is something that's way more prevalent. And there's probably many of you right now struggling with this. And first of all, you know, it's okay that you're dealing with this. It's not okay that you're doing it. You do want to stop this because this is going to ruin your life, quite frankly. Okay. And I feel like it is not a coincidence that with the proliferation of internet pornography everywhere now, that relationships are going down around the world. I mean, there's many, many components to it, but this thing right here is very, very serious. And this is something you're going through and you need help. You can reach out to me. You can join my monthly coaching in the description box below. I'll help you get a girlfriend. I'll help you get somebody who loves you and takes care of you. Okay. You would be one of the 1,000+ men that I've helped. Okay. And so, but it is a real big problem and you should treat it as a problem and you should fix it because that's what men do. We fix problems. Okay. You want to be a hero? You run in the direction of your problems, not away from them. You have to run towards your fears because your fears and your problems and your trouble, they grow if you don't go and handle them. And, you know, I'm glad he got out of the situation. I don't think he's in it anymore. But again, let's continue because he did graduate from this, but unfortunately, he's not in the most ideal relationship. And I personally think that chick is just with him for the money. We'll see though.
And it was the best decision I have made because, as I said, it has saved our relationship. It has saved my future. I now have a savings, and it had prevented me from having much worse lockdown, much worse experience through this pandemic had I not overcome this addiction. So, shout out to Nicole because she has been an integral part of this healing process. I can't say I could do it without her. And the message of this video is, of course, the first step is admitting you have an addiction. I think that's common knowledge. But for me, what made the biggest difference was opening up to someone who I really loved and trusted. And because of that, because I opened up to her, we were able to work out a solution. So take that and do with it as you will. But this is just what has worked for me and something I've been struggling with for a long time. And on my social media, how could anyone ever know this is something I was battling? But truth is, we all have our trials and tribulations. This has been the biggest one I have faced in the last few years. And I just want to share it with you guys. I hope it can be useful to some of you. I hope maybe if you're battling an addiction of your own, that you can maybe take my advice and open up to someone you love and trust and work out a solution together. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll be back with more good content coming soon. I love you guys.
Love you too, Larry. I hope you get better, buddy. You know, it takes a lot of bravery and balls to make that kind of video and put it out there and truly to confront the things that you are battling in private publicly. You know, it takes a lot of balls, and I'm glad that he finally got that under control. Hopefully, we don't know really if he did, but you know, at the time 5 years ago was that video. So hopefully he is, you know, okay. But you know, that being said, we're going to talk about the current situation that he is dealing with right now with his with the wife that he has right now. Okay, so his wife is consistently just humiliating him on multiple avenues of social media, right? It's on X. There's just so many clips here. Okay. Here's like a small one that I do because because I use this as a personal reference, so it's kind of a joke, but I laugh. It's my funny thing that I do, but I always fart in front of my girlfriend, no matter who she is, right? And I try to do it as soon as possible. I'm just like, oh, we're gonna get there eventually, right? But she's not allowed to fart in front of me because that's gross. She's a lady. I'm a man, right? But in this thing here, I think he farts in front of his girlfriend. And then just take a look here. Look at this. Okay. And she crashes out. And watch this. Just take a look. Just tell me, do you want your wife to treat you like this? Okay.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
That's shit.
Stop farting when I'm sitting next to you. Like, just go.
It slipped out. It slipped out. It did slip out. It wasn't intentional. It legit slipped out. It was not premeditated. I don't find it funny. Give me the death stare right now. Like, everybody fucking farts. Enough with this shit.
No more burritos for you. Like,
stop. Come on.
Stop going to Mexican restaurants.
Stop with that bullshit. Everybody farts. Look, we've been together 5 years. Like, we can handle a fart here and there. Like, come on now.
This one is disgusting one. That after you ate cheese, those ones smell foul.
Yeah, who the fuck? Yeah, fart's a fart. Exactly. Whatever. Who cares? Everyone farts. We all shit and fart.
Not in my face, though.
Not in your face. In my chair.
I'm next to you.
It's okay, babe. Just, let's tolerate it for a couple minutes.
He's on a live stream. He's streaming live to his audience, and this situation here has a bunch of red flags in it. Okay, one, okay, she doesn't respect him. Okay, two, I personally believe if you're a content creator, you should never put your woman in front of your audience ever. Like I don't see the benefit in it. Because you're just putting a target on her back, quite frankly. There's so many weird, creepy people out there. And, just to put your girl on like a lot of guys like to flex their girl on social media and stuff like that. I mean, I look at that as like amateur hour, right? Because it's like, what do you like, who are you flexing for? Like, why are you just putting your girl out there for the world to see? Are you like that insecure? Like, what is truly going on here? But the fact is, he is totally not in control in this relationship. The fact that she even has the gall to speak up and badmouth him and get angry like that and not even control herself without thinking that this might affect his brand, because she doesn't care. That's the bottom line. She does not care. Okay. Yeah, and then Basal says true, live on stream too, exactly. You know what I mean? And so that being said, it's just he doesn't know how to command respect in relationship because he doesn't know he doesn't have any game. Okay, so I'm going to break it down to you exactly on a whiteboard, like how the excessive usage of pornography and campsites and all stuff actually fundamentally like makes you a beta. Because another thing that came out recently was some leaked text messages, and I'm going to show you this kind of stuff because it was actually on another guy's channel. This guy has been doing so many like exposed videos and stuff, but like I don't really not really like a fan of all these, exposed videos and stuff. But like, let me just show you something here. Okay. So they have some text, and here's the thing too, when you guys do all these like smut things and everything like that, like if your dirt comes out, bro, you're going to be in bad position. Okay. And so let me just show you about this. So this is some text messages that were between him and a girl that he was talking to, right? So take a look here. I'm just going to let it play. Okay, take a look here.
Right? some crazier and weirder than others. And Larry's is, really crazy shit. But this is not meant to shame him. But saying that, okay, because of shit.
Okay.
When I tell you guys this shit's been giving me nightmares, I see Larry's face. I get sick thinking about this shit. Now let's see. You guys like the Larry files, I'm sure too. So don't say I didn't warn you, all right? All right, this is the first one that you guys saw in Greg's video. Larry sending a screenshot of his face, right? Showing that he's a cuck. And he goes, "You think your OF members know I'm a cuck?" She goes, "Most likely. I can tell them." He goes, "How would you do that?" She goes, "A video or photo, and I can say Larry loves being a cuck. Who would help me?" Now, this is the part of the conversation with the girl where Larry is revealing to her that, it would mean a lot to him if she would do shit with other men. All right, so you understand the context. And she says to him, "It feels wrong doing it when I'm going out with you." Like,
Are guys putting this together? He wants this chick to go get banged by another dude in front of him.
"You sleeping with another girl? I would hate it." Larry goes, "That's why you'll love it, because it's wrong. But I'll love it more than you do. Ha ha ha." And she goes, "So would you, about sleeping with another girl?" He goes, "No, of course not." She goes, "I suppose it's not easy to understand what I enjoy. I know most men want to stick their D in everything that comes their way. So you'd only like me to do it, but you doing it with the girl is wrong, so it's the same?" And then he goes, "But then there are guys like me who want their girlfriends to get and send pics." And then he puts his arms up like what a girl does in her emojis. And he says, "I enjoy you being open and slutty. While I know I'll never touch another woman, it's how I'm wired. It doesn't excite me to sleep with another woman. It excites me more if you sleep with another man." Fucked up, right? I can't believe this shit I'm reading. This conversation alone plays me on my insecurities. So if I did it anytime soon, I would think, well, if we can do it with the guy, what if he goes and does it with another girl? So I have to be totally 100% secure to do this. See, so Larry, this whole conversation, he's revealing to the girl, "I don't want to sleep with no other girls, but it's okay. You can do it with the other men because I like it." She says, "Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. As I said, I just have to learn that, and I totally trust it." He goes, "More time together, more trust, and more comfortable." Exactly. Still building on the foundations of the relationship. I do believe we'll do it for sure and just laugh at it, but right now I'm not ready.
And again, so Larry, like I mentioned earlier, he's clearly dealing with some psychological issues, not very mentally healthy. And he's now having this conversation in the past. This is also with an OF girl. And do I really need to go into the depths of why OF girls are not mentally healthy? I think we all got that right.
He goes, "Maybe we can take baby steps in that direction." She says, "Of course, better. Slowly work towards it, at least to a point where you can talk about it comfortably." Yeah, I mean, physically someone else is a huge step. See, so she's not totally into this. She doesn't understand why he wants her to do this shit, right? So he's trying to convince her. "One day, I want you to text me about this kind of stuff and talk to me like a cuck. Thanks in advance." She says, "How so, master? Like I'm the submissive one, and you rub in my face how these guys did things with you. I haven't." Then he throws up the hands again. "What's with that girl shit emoji? I've been so clean with you. How does that make you feel?" He goes, "Inadequate." He wants the shit dirty. So this, I'm assuming, she did shit with the guy and filmed it because he wants to watch it. He goes, "Naughty Dobby, please send something from the video, Dobbs." And she goes, "It's too much. I will make another video one day." He goes, "Even if you screenshot and crop something from it, censor stuff in the background, can use an app to censor stuff in the background of the photo screenshot. I apologize for being persistent, but as you said, we don't know next time you will do something like this. And I feel there's definitely something that can be taken from that video and crop censors." She goes, "Okay, I will look." "No, I totally get it." He goes, "Thanks, Dom." So he's really into watching all this shit. Then he sends her a text saying, "Dick is waiting for you. Have been waiting in line after everyone on OF for you." She says, "He's the real simp." Larry goes, "Yes, I am. Look at this one."
"Shut up and take my money."
Yes, I am. Wow. Wow. Do you guys see that? You guys read it with your own eyes, right? I didn't want to interrupt, okay? So I'm going to break that down exactly as to why. And then shout out to my good friend, Mr. T Wolf, TF, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. MLD, is great to see you back streaming again, back in the USA in high spirits. A lot of people didn't see the physical struggle behind the scenes. It was wild. 100% Vegeta in real life. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Yeah, Richie was part of the Approach Anywhere group that I actually coached from my hospital bed despite being in the surgery, because I deliver. If I say I'm going to deliver, I fucking deliver. Okay. So why does Larry Wheels want to watch other men bang the girls he's dating? I'll tell you why. Okay. Here's the thing. When you are consistently using pornography, okay, remember, we are human beings, okay? And so we are easily conditionable, all right? So it means whatever you do, eventually you're going to condition yourself to continuously do it again and again and again. So for me, right, when I make a live stream and you like to watch my content, and I go, MLD's watching, I'm going to come watch MLD, right? And you associate some kind of joy, pleasure, something from watching me. So with Larry, here is where it all went wrong, okay? So when you're always watching, okay, so this is how a man becomes a cuck by watching too much porn. Okay. That's what we're going to lay out right now. How a man becomes a cuck by watching too much porn. Okay. So first, step one is he's watching the porn and it is mentally stimulating him and giving him pleasure. Okay. When the guy ejaculates, pleasure is peaked and emotionally connected to that moment. That's why when you have sex with a girl that you love, and in the bed, and if you're really if you get to the point when your girl's body and you're really in sync with her and she's in sync with you, you can do this, but you can consistently have orgasms at the same time. That's normal. Okay. That's very normal for most people. Okay. If you're really in sync, okay. Normal women too, women who have to get drilled for hours and hours and hours. They need a vibrator and a dildo, and you need to swing from the chandeliers and penetrate her perfectly to make her orgasm. No, something's wrong with her. Okay. If she's genuinely into you and you're genuinely into her and you guys love each other, right? You're going to eventually get in sync. She's going to get into your frame. And when she gets into your frame, when you come, she comes. Okay. Now, when you bastardize and pervert the process of sex and connection and ejaculation with pornography, okay, and all these, it's funny. I fucking love it now that everybody's oh, porn is bad for you. Porn is bad for you. But in 2017, 16, 18, everybody's oh, porn is healthy. Looking at porn is healthy. Now where's all that shit? You fucking morons. Where's that shit now? Now we have America, a fucking broken, fucked up society where the people are just day to day, just so fucked up because we've abandoned these simple principles. It's disgusting to look at pornography, guys. It's an unhealthy habit. It's not normal. You at home, You feel embarrassed when you watch porn for a reason, because you know you're not supposed to do it. Anything that we know we're not supposed to do, we feel bad after we do it. You got to trust those feelings. Okay? So this is what happens, right? So now the guy ejaculates, pleasure's peak, and emotionally connected to that moment. Okay? And that moment equals watching another man have sex with a woman you are attracted to. 3-step process right there. You know? That's exactly how it happens right there. And so when you're doing it to the degree that Larry is, again, like I said, when you do these little perverted things, you know, he's having to like talk this chick into getting into this perversion too. She's not even comfortable with it. And he's conditioned himself from doing this for years and years and years and years. Okay? Because typically, like when you pick porn, right? You typically pick porn based upon how attractive you find the girl, right? I never went through looking for like, you know, fat, ugly, big black women. I'm not into that shit, right? I was looking for blondes with pink nipples, lesbian porn. That was the only thing I watched. Thank God I never watched any of this shit. You know, I mean, I have seen other whatever kind of porn too, but like even like when, you know, some chick, because there's a couple like girls I used to date, and they'd be like, oh, you know, I want you to put on porn and watch porn, and like let's watch it and like get in the mood. I'd be like, just take off your clothes, I'll be in the mood. So I was like, whatever, we did it. But I would see some stuff like that, right? But like this is like a very, very sick thing that is ruining the lives of a lot of men in America too, and around the world, quite frankly, but more so in America. And that's exactly how this made him a cuck. Because another thing is this too. You see, they also associate what they like with, you know, with shame. Right? And so when you're doing these shameful acts, but you're also getting some pleasure out of them, you truly don't have real confidence in yourself. And that's why, like, when he's dating these chicks, he has no real confidence to, you know, be himself and be 100% okay with who he is. And so he has to, like, you know, supplement with like, you know, oh baby, you're gonna be nice, and, you know, give. Also, this current wife now, she is currently on a $50,000 a month allowance, she says. And she's saying like, oh, you know, I don't want any you know, prenup or anything like that on top of it. You know, and he has no frame, he has no balls, has no strength to say, no, that's not what I want. Then, you know, she gets her way. And you know, it's not going to end well for Larry, you know, because this is an unhealthy relationship. And the women who are gold diggers too, they're also unhealthy as well, because you shouldn't, like, it's not normal for a woman exclusively chase after a guy who she only cares about his money. Like, that's unhealthy too for the women. See, it's like unhealthiness all around. And so that being said, you know, that all of this led Barry to be this all led Larry to be a beta male. And you may think at home that pornography is not a damaging thing to you as a man. You may think that this is okay. But another problem is this, right? In order to maximize these areas right here, money, muscles, game, frame, right? And then shout out to Icy for putting the money next to the money. It says, be consistent, stay disciplined next to the muscles, game and frame next down to my art piece here. Frame, only limit is your mind. Icy did a great job. And, in order to maximize any of these departments in your life, you have to put in the time. You have to work at it, right? You know why I can cold approach any girl, anytime, any place, anywhere? Is because I've done thousands of cold approaches. All right. I don't choke when I talk to women because I've talked to 10,000 plus women in my life. All right. If you include women that I wasn't even trying to bang, like probably 100,000 plus at this point, because I've done so many jobs, I've talked to so many people, met so many people. Okay. And so that being said, when you're looking at pornography and you're looking at this filth and stuff, the time that you should be taking to go outside, talk to a girl you like, and go out there and develop and become the man that you are and that you want to be, you're trading that time. You're trading all of that stuff for, just a quick little bust of your nut, which leaves you feeling humiliated, depressed, sad, and alone at the end of it all anyways. You're robbing yourself. You're creating your own prison. And this is just a terrible thing that so many guys are ensnared in. You may be, and don't believe the lie. Anybody tells you, and I don't care who it is. You may be watching this video and you're going to go ask a friend later, kind of incognito, ask somebody like, hey, you think watching a porn is bad? But anybody who says yes is a loser. Anybody who says yes is a loser, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And you should probably not ever ask them about that kind of advice again, because it's so bad. All right. If you do not fix your dating life problem, guys, I'm telling you, it will be the greatest, largest, most palpable, painful regret of your entire life. It's better for you to be a wage slave normie at a job that you just tolerate, but you have a beautiful, amazing, loving woman who respects you at home. That is a way better existence than for you to be making six figures, have a nice condo, nice house, nice all these things, but you can't get a woman who truly loves you and respects you. So don't rob yourself of that by looking at pornography and all those filthy things. Work with me, work with my community. You can join my monthly coaching. The links in the description below. I can help you. I've helped thousands of people, and we're going to build a testimonial page. It's coming with this week, and then we're just going to build and build and build and build and build and build all the testimonials. So you're just going to see a whole army of testimonials, and you're going to see all these 1,000+ people that I've helped over the years. Okay. And I'll help you too. And if you need help, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in it. The only shame is you should feel shame if you do not love yourself enough to reach out for help. Okay. Don't feel shameful about these things, man. It's the only shame is not helping yourself. The only shame is not leveling up. Okay. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. Tomorrow I will not be here. Wednesday is off. We do no longer have the Tokyo Crypto Show. We may come back for next year. We're considering it. We're talking, a lot of people talking about that. But again, if you are watching on the replay, or if you're planning to leave a comment right after, and you like comment review or you don't, vote in the comments. I will only read the comments for comment reviews, voting. So let me know. Join the MLD free Telegram chat.
And take my money.
And is there a female version of this behavior? Yeah, gold digging. Gold digging, for sure. Gold digging, selling out, selling your vagina for money. That's what these guys do. The guys do. Guys take money and buy foul vagina. The girls, they can't find love, so they take money. They'll take money and they'll give their foul vagina, because you shouldn't be doing that if you want to be happy as a lady. That's it, guys. I'll see you on Thursday. Peace out.